Hello. Why is that funny? It's not. This is the. We're at the end of 2024. Man, what a what a thing. To be honest, though, it's like I got nothing. Like this is supposed to be the 2024 year in review video, but nothing happened in 2024. Like in my life, really, there's really not anything different except like maybe that I got into Lego Star Wars a little bit more than usual, which probably isn't going to last into 2025 because I've heard about some sets in 2025 and they all seem ridiculously overpriced. Um, and there ends up a point where, like, man, on principle, I'm like, I don't really feel the need to do this. So there goes that hobby. Um, there's also this tradition every Christmas now. I get a bunch of Pokemon cards and I open them, and my pulls are terrible. And that pretty much happened. No, seriously though, I had 18 packs of Surging Sparks and 12 packs of Temporal Forces, more than that actually. Um, I did not really get anything good in them, so that's kind of crappy. I feel like I got something decent in Temporal Forces, but I think I mostly just got illustration rares and not like URs or anything, which is crazy. I mean, that's crazy. It is. It is pretty crazy. And I feel like the same for Surging Sparks. It was mostly illustration rares, if anything. I can't recall anything decent I got out of those, so that's really annoying. um, so yeah, I mean, I don't, will I still be into those hobbies in next year? Probably. They're easy things to buy, so whatever. We'll figure it out. I didn't actually get. I mean, I kind of got into Lego Star Wars like in a extended capacity, but I don't feel like I did as much damage as I could have, which is probably a good thing. The fact that I don't have anywhere to put um Legos is probably a big factor in that, a nice deterrent. I've actually got two or three sets that aren't like in my room because I don't have a place for them. Um, but yeah, and I did keep up with Pokemon cards for the most part, but I don't think I did as much as last year. I think I only bought three booster boxes throughout the entire year. Pretty sure. I only bought one of Temporal Forces, which is crazy considering I liked that set. And considering I didn't do very well in the box I got, but like, yeah, I don't know that I even really did that well on Pokemon cards this year. I feel like if anything, I mostly enjoyed Crown Zenith again because that's where you get any good pulls. I got that Dialga, which was really cool. Man, nah, 2024. Like, there's not a whole lot going on socially. I don't feel like I made very many new friends. Um, like maybe one or two. I'm still single. We don't like talking about that. I'm at the same job. That job changed a little bit. And I think I did better this year. Work was a little bit more like exciting this year. I didn't feel like I was like, oh, what am I doing? I felt like I knew what I was doing for most of the year. Because I had to learn somebody else's job to cover for them while they were out, and that was a good experience. And I think I proved my worth a little bit better this year than I did last year. So I'm hoping to see that in a thing. I'm actually writing my self review at work right now, and I don't know how to put it into words, um, other than putting it like in bold, like I lived, bitch. Because there were like, you know, basically half the department that we started the year with, um, left for one reason or another. So like there were two good people that, you know, went and were replaced, and I'm still there, so I have like some manner of seniority now. So um that's kind of neat, sort of. Um but yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of playing the long game but being reliable and showing up all the time and being willing to learn what you need to do to get by, like that to me, like that ends up becoming more valuable than someone who is immediately like go get her out of the gate and all that shit. You know what I mean? So like I really do think that, you know, that was a quality of mine that was proven very helpful this year. So, you know, um I'm hoping to see that that went better, but I'm still prepared to be disappointed because that's how it is with money, I guess. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. But it wasn't like bad, you know what I mean? I don't know how to, you know, I don't feel like it was excessively stressful. I feel like being at the branch still was way more because you just didn't know what you were walking into. You know what I mean? And there were days where it was like, you know, I like what I like about this job still is that it's like there's no one, you know, there's not gonna like there are things that can happen that will take up most of your day, but like A, they're pretty rare, and B, like there's not someone in front of you staring at you angrily to fix their problems. You know what I mean? It's like that's so much better for me. You know, when I have space and time to think about it. So that's kind of nice. So I'm still liking that aspect of the job, and you know, I'm getting comfortable in it, and that's good. And I'm going to keep learning, and I feel a lot more comfortable than I did last year because I know a lot more now. And I'm looking, I don't know, I'm looking to the future, I guess. We'll see what happens. Um, I think you know, once I get grounded in that, I can kind of look at like, where do we go from here? So, kind of an interesting, thought, but otherwise it's like, I don't know. Creatively, I mean, I did still keep drawing and I did still keep writing. So that's good. I don't know if I did it as much as I wanted to. I know I did not work on my main story as much as I wanted to. And I know I didn't draw as much as I wanted to, but I kept doing the things. So I don't have that much to complain about there. Um, you know, so that's all good. Uh, and I streamed. I kept streaming throughout the year. I think I streamed the most this year than I ever have by a small margin because I did pretty well in 2023 too. So I'm very proud of that. And boy, am I glad for streaming because it's one of my favorite things to do. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy hanging out with people. And I'm very thankful that there are people that indeed hang out for streams. So that's super cool, and I like that. Um, but yeah, I really like that. Um, but really, you know, in my life, nothing changed. I sat in this chair a lot, probably too much. I didn't really go anywhere or do anything interesting this year. Like less than usual, but that's probably fine. Like whatever, you know. So I don't know. Things happened in the world this year that we're not going to talk about, and that is a mess, and that I hope does not affect next year. But whatever. You know, at this point, all you can do is hope and just throw yourself into the wind because Lord only knows what's going to happen. This is the year that I was like, you know, I kind of feel like I have a finger on the pulse of human behavior at large, you know, and I believe in people to you know do the right thing, and that just got all thrown out the window. No, people will continue to surprise you in the best and worst ways. So you know, there's that, and I hope that's a thing for next year. There's Luke. There he is. He's still here. Luke, what'd you do this year? That mostly slept. Yeah, he mostly just slept and chilled. So, 'cause that's what he does. So I don't know. There really wasn't a lot. The best thing I did for myself this year, and this video is basically an introduction to that. The best thing I did for myself this year was create a list of all of the media that I consume, almost all the media, because I noticed some things missing from it. I created a list of all of the media and stuff that I consumed this year. And what was cool about that is that it actually did get me to engage with more media. It got me to watch way more movies. It got me to listen to more albums, got me to play more games, and I had some cool experiences because of it. So that was like kind of the best thing that I did for myself this year. And what you're going to be seeing soon is my top tens of each category for those things. And I'm very excited to share that with you because I've always wanted to do that. I love the Eye Patch Wolf videos that are like that, my favorite things in a given year, and I get to do that this year. So I'm very excited for those. And I'm going to talk more about those in that video. 2024 year in review. I don't know. It was basically just like 2023, but with a 4 instead. So that's really about it, honestly. So yeah, I'll see you in those videos and talk more about that stuff in there because that was the highlight of this year. So we